Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole, a cottage witch, and this is my week in various things, books, tarot, art. And this week I've got a couple of things just to mention that I made. I made a balm of Gilead, sort of. It's the American version with poplar buds, which I just have to smell because they smell amazing. And this one has wormwood in it because it's anti-everything, parasite, and antibiotic, and etc. Apparently nothing else likes it. I like it. And then poplar buds, of course, analgesic. So it seemed like an interesting combination to try. So I've got a little bit of that in an old sorbet container. And then I tried making a tincture of mostly mugwort, but also with Arctic thyme and Icelandic moss, which is technically a lichen, but who's being particular, because both the mugwort and the Icelandic moss are quite bitter. Not as bitter as wormwood, which is like next level bitterness, but too bitter for me. So those are my experiments with plants this week. We'll see how it goes. The balm turned out very nice, but I don't know about the tincture yet. I'll wait another 2 or 3 weeks, see how it goes. The only thing I've done with tarot this week, I'll just quickly mention, is the Crow Tarot. So it's not so, you know, new and unusual. Although I've only had this for, I think, maybe a year. Anyway, I love it, and it's been working well for me this week. And it's the only tarot deck I've used this week because I haven't done much, just a few things. And, just feel like Corvette energy at the moment. I can, you know, the world is still ridiculous, but I do like the nearby magpies. They're delightful, very chatty. I read Girls Who Lie by Eva Björg Egesdotter. She's an Icelandic mystery author. And this is, I think, the second in a series. I'm on the third one now, which is Night something. Does this have the whole? It might not. Yeah, I've only got the first two. Anyway, I like this series a lot. It's really well written, and they're good mysteries. And I'm on the third one. I have the fourth one. I will probably read the fifth one because, you know, once you find a good mystery series, and it's that time of year. I did surprisingly finish Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. I was going to save this for some later date, and then I don't know if you get holds on audiobooks in the library, but sometimes they have those ones with a little clover thing that's like a 7-day hold that you can get. You can sort of jump the queue. So I did that and finished it. I skipped the chapter in the middle that it sort of put me off because it was a little too gross for me, but it's really interesting. I like it. And then I got this picture book from the library, which is adorable. It's called Dancing Through the Fields, the story of Helen Frankenthaler by Elizabeth Brown. And Amy Securo did the illustrations, and they're so cute. So she's a modern abstract expressionist artist, and so these are sort of inspired by her life and her work. It's just such a sweet little book. Exploring her relationship with her family and her painting and color and coloring outside the lines sometimes. There's another book of hers I want to get that's like a retrospective of her actual art, but those books are expensive, so it's on my wish list. What else is here? This looks more like some of her paintings. So yeah, that was fun. These are a couple heavy books. Oh, why is it so heavy? Landscape Painting Now. So this is From Pop Abstraction to New Romanticism. So it starts, I'm not so into pop art. It starts with a couple notes on like Impressionism and Expressionism, and then it moves on to more modern things. This one I liked. This is Lisa Sanditz. Oh, try and hold it up so you can see it, but it's really an obnoxiously heavy book. But yeah, I like these ones. And then, oh, here, a couple more of her colors. This one's a little too yellow for me, but these two are kind of interesting. That is a lot of yellow. Oh yeah, Matthew Wong. There's a book of his. He has passed away. He died by suicide a few years ago. He's a Canadian artist. And I'm really interested in some of his work. So I've got to look more into that. The library doesn't have anything, unfortunately. And then Alex Kanevsky, a Russian artist born in Russia, lives in the US. It's like sort of impressionistic, but more modern, and these have figures in them which are quite interesting, I think. Yeah, those were some of my favorite ones. Oh, here's another one by Per Kirkby from Denmark. Yeah, I like these ones too. It really is a ridiculous book to try and hold up. But there we go. It's a good one. I like this book. Oh, yeah, but it is so heavy. This is not going to be any less heavy. This is a Jenny Saville book with a name I can't pronounce, but it's a site in Egypt. The name of this book is Greek. And then this is one of the paintings based on this archaeological site called Oxyrhynchus. I don't know. It's a Greek name of an Egyptian. So anyway, I really kind of like that one. This is what the book is called. She's known, I think, more for portraits. She does some really interesting portraits, but I kind of like these. I don't really know what to make of them, but they're kind of intriguing. So I'll have to, a little bit awkward, think about that a bit. Yeah, those were the main couple in here that I really liked. She does more portraits like this, though. So yeah, I have to look up more of her stuff, but I like it. And then, okay, then I've got these little, I don't know, show all of them, but backdrops for things. So I have this watercolor paper that I was mucking about with. Oh, these are upside down. Oops. With the ground on the ground. What? Ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna muck about with some oil pastels on these at some point with some maybe wintry landscapes, because it's supposed to snow this week. I've done a few of just backgrounds for foliage that are different combinations of going from green to less green, and then no green. There was, which one was it? This one. I tried an acrylic ink for the first time, and usually the acrylic paints that I've got have this sort of sheen to them, but this brown one doesn't. It's very flat. It's fascinating. Anyway, that's an acrylic ink by FW, I think. May have to try a couple more. They are on sale at a local shop. Did a little sketching outside because it was still nice enough. They're my funny looking squirrels, because I was doing something else and they popped in. Doing stuff like this. I was playing with some tinted charcoal pencils. Most of them don't look like the color, like they don't have much color in them. The burnt orange one is kind of interesting, but these two are supposed to have green in them, and they only barely do if you squint. So those were a little underwhelming. I get some pencil crayon colors that were more fall themed that I quite like. Oh yeah, and then I just mucked about with some more watercolor. Whoops, so awkward. That's me, awkward. Okay, backgrounds and just nonsense for my outdoor sketchbook. And then I did, so these are all just doodles, like 2 minutes. I was doing, what was I doing? So Artprof has these art tracks, which are sort of like classes that you can take, but like self-directed, with different assignments. So I started the anatomy and figure drawing one, but I'm doing that with somebody, so I've sort of stopped on that to do the portrait one for a minute. But for the anatomy and figure drawing one, you're supposed to draw 2-minute to 5-minute portraits quite a lot of them, or figures, I mean. And then some hands and feet, and so these are the funny looking hands and feet that I've got. These are my first attempts. They are quite interesting. Let's say that. These, where's the front of this? I'll show you the first ones first. So you can see I did actually make something like progress. These are all the 2-minute figures. These ones I kind of like. There's a woman in, what is it? It's this Newbridge Photographs series of portraits, who's wearing this billowy dress, and she's very interesting. I like her. And then, oh yeah, this notebook I was working in because I wanted to play with some markers that I got. I've been mostly doing them in this one, which is too big. It's fun. I like using this big one because I can be a bit looser, but it's a little awkward to lift up. But just a whole bunch. I think you're supposed to do 90 altogether, and I've done 30-ish of these, and they're all 2 minutes. And this is with woodless graphite. I like this one. Sort of waving that piece of cloth around. And then this notebook is a bit funny. The coils came a bit weird, so it doesn't really work very well to turn the pages, but oh well. And then I skipped to the portrait track because I didn't want to get too far ahead of this other person who still has to work till mid-November on an outdoor gardening project thing. So don't expect much from the portraits because they're 5-minute sketches and I don't know what I'm doing. But this is from a Charlotte Bronte photograph. Basically, I went and found biographies that I've got that have interesting faces on them. This was, who is this? Simone de Beauvoir. It doesn't actually look much like her, but it was fun to do. These are upside down. These kind of look like the people they are. Whoops. This is an MLK one. So you're supposed to do some with just tone like that, and then some more with lines. So this is Malala Joya. She was a Afghan member of parliament until she has asylum in Spain now, I think, because oi. And that's mostly what I've been doing this week, is just a lot of those. So yeah, that was my week in a nutshell. Oh, this notebook is fun because you can move from your shoulder, but it's really unwieldy to try and maneuver. It's, what is it, 14 by 11 inches, 11 by 14, which is fairly large for me. That's one of my larger notebooks because usually I just have these little guys to take out. So anyway, that was my fun and games for the week. I'm gonna record the Gothlit November TBR right after this, so stay tuned for that because that's coming up next month and I'm very excited about it. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.